And then finally, we'll keep it on the West Coast. Washington State at number 9, Oregon. I'll be on the call for this one Saturday, 3:30 Eastern time on ABC. Washington State has looked terrible the last couple weeks offensively. Against UCLA and against Arizona, they just could not get a lot going. And they really didn't do a great job of protecting Cam Ward. Cam Ward is a very gifted player. If you haven't watched him, I highly recommend you taking a minute and watching what Cam Ward has done before you watch this game on Saturday. The guy, when given time, is electric. Buys time in the pocket, runs around, creates. His offense and his receivers is really kind of built around his playmaking ability. He scrambles to throw. He doesn't scramble to run, but he can run if the opportunity presents itself. A group that has struggled the last couple of weeks has been the wide receivers. Josh Kelly was amazing in their first 4 games, has come back to earth the last couple of weeks, but he got a little banged up against UCLA. There's a lot of hope that he'll be back to at least close to 100% here in the game against the Oregon Ducks. The other thing for Washington State, they have to get Nakia Watson, their running back, going a little bit more. They haven't been able to successfully run the football the last couple of weeks, which has resulted in UCLA and Arizona using just 3 defensive linemen on the field and dropping 8 guys into coverage, and that's going to be really difficult to throw against. So their offensive line for Washington State has to play at a high level this week against what I think is one of the best defenses on the West Coast. Oregon, on the other hand, are they in the position to potentially have a hangover? I think that's a real question. You have a difficult game last week. Much of the ridicule surrounding the game was based on coaching decisions, all these other things. Does it affect them moving forward? This is an Oregon team that has a great quarterback in Bo Nix, going to distribute the ball to excellent playmakers, including Troy Franklin, who has emerged as one of the best receivers in the Pac-12, if not the country. They're going to move him around. They're going to create opportunities for him. And then if he's taken away, there's Tez Johnson. There's a quality tight end group. And I think the best player arguably on their offense is Bucky Irving. This guy is amazing at the running back spot. Tremendous speed, tremendous acceleration, great make you miss, but runs much bigger than he is. Listed at just 195 pounds. And he doesn't run that way. This guy is lightning in a bottle. And if he gets into the open field, that could be 88 and out the gate every time he touches it. As far as the defensive matchup is concerned, obviously they won't be going against each other, but it's going to be huge for Washington State's defensive line, their defensive ends in particular. Ron Stone on one hand, Brennan Jackson on the other. Those guys have to play the best game of their career to be able to knock off the Oregon Ducks. And a lot of the Washington State faithful had pointed to last year's game. They had Oregon on the ropes for 55 minutes, and they just couldn't finish. Oregon ultimately got the win and survived what was a difficult road trip to the Palouse. Now, they want to emphasize finish. I think it's going to be a great game. I can't wait to be on the call for it, and I hope you all tune in at 3:30 Eastern time on ABC.